Jermain, how much are you looking forward to another game in Europe?
Yeah, obviously looking forward to it. It's going to be good. For me personally, it was nice to obviously be back in Europe. I think the last time I played in Europe was when I was at Tottenham. I enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
What have you been told about the last time Rangers played Progres?
Well, I'm sure we owe them one. And obviously, it was disappointing speaking to the boys. Obviously, getting knocked out. But you need to approach it like any other game. I suppose you can't think about what happened last time, even though, like I said, you like to think that you want to put one over on them, but at the same time you want to approach it like any other game. We're at home, and hopefully we win the game.
Do you get that sense from the guys that were already there that they want to prove a point, or maybe not prove a point, but just go and do what they should have done last time?
Of course, I mean it's only natural to feel like that when you're disappointed, losing a game. Obviously, you want to get an opportunity to put things right, especially in Europe, and the opportunities come our way again, and I'm sure everyone's ready. Yeah.
How much are you enjoying it now that you've had a pre-season to work with everyone at Rangers and the new players coming in?
Yeah, for me it's been good. I've really enjoyed it. That's something I was looking forward to be honest. Just getting a full pre-season, not getting any injuries. Putting that work in and hopefully start the season really strong. I feel fit. I feel sharp, probably as sharp as I felt for a long time, which is good for me. I'm just looking forward to the season, yeah.
So what you could do on Sunday, getting in and getting that header against Blackburn, do you feel you're confident now, like you say, with the pre-season under, you can contribute a lot this season?
Of course, yeah. You always feel once you've had a good pre-season, you put the work in. Of course, you're going to get your fitness in the games, but I think once you've put the work in, I think mentally going into the season it helps. And as a forward, I think trying to probably nick a few goals in pre-season again, obviously it helps your confidence. You take that into each game. So yeah.
You say you feel sharp as ever, and at 36, I mean, you put up a time scale on how long you've got left playing this sort of.
To be honest, no. I mean, for me, I've never been one to really think about age. I've always looked after myself from day one, not just now. And I've always tried to tick every box really. I want to stay out on the pitch. At times obviously the manager wants to manage me. And there's I never want to miss a training session. I think pre-season I probably missed one session that was in the afternoon. But apart from that, I think I've been out on the pitch, doing my stuff in the gym, and I feel sharp, like I said, and just hopefully continue feeling like this, not getting injuries, touch wood, and see what happens.
Your sort of battle or Alfredo for that starting slot, I mean, how much is each other's form, do you think, driving each other?
Yeah, but it's no different to any other club I've been at, to be honest. I mean, every club I've been at, there's always been myself and 3 other forwards or someone that you're competing against. I think it's a good thing, keeps you on your toes. When you're playing, you have to play well. It's as simple as that. And not only that, I think obviously with Alfredo as well, there's someone else that's going to get goals, so it helps the team, and I'm happy with that.
Have you had to change your game much at all in terms of just the advancing years and everything that comes with that?
I don't know, to be honest. Obviously, probably when I was younger, I used to probably run channels more. But I think the way we play now, it suits me, to be honest. I think as you get older, you probably become more intelligent. I've always worked on my movement, like in and around the box. Probably concentrate on that a lot more than I probably used to be honest. Getting on the end of crosses and one-touch finishing and stuff like that. Because when you're younger, you can sort of like drop in, get deep, and maybe receive the ball and maybe try and drive past people instead of sort of like getting in the box and relying on your movement in the box. So maybe that, but I'd like to think that I'm still doing things that I was doing a few years back.
In case if you lose a yard of pace, you can make up with it in terms of that, that game intelligence that you just gained through over the years.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's only natural. Even though I feel good, but facts are that I'm not getting any younger. Still managing to get my goals up, and like I said, I feel sharp in games. And playing as the 9, the sort of like focal point of the team, I feel like I can sort of like link play. That's definitely improved. I'm just enjoying my football. It's been good.
Enjoying being one of the sort of leaders in the group and one of the sort of experienced heads. The guys come to you and look for advice.
Yeah, of course. It's nice. Not only in the games, but I think in training as well. When maybe I can sort of like see something, I can just maybe pull one of the youngsters to the side and try and help. That's something that I've enjoyed, to be honest, because I was lucky enough when I was younger to have senior players that helped me. So to get to this stage in my career where I can sort of like help the youngsters, it's a nice feeling, yeah.
You spoke a bit about playing in Europe previously. I mean, did you see the games last year, and was that something that attracted you to coming here? Something that
You got some inside information. It was actually. I remember watching some of the games and speaking to my agent on the phone about the atmosphere and stuff like that. And of course, when you see that, you want to it's only normal to want to be a part of it. And to be honest, yeah, it was sort of like when you see that you want to be a part of it.
Any games in particular that stood out in memory watching Rangers?
I can't remember, to be honest. Obviously, I can't remember watching the full games, but just getting just seeing the highlights and stuff like that of the group. Obviously, they've done well, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow, of course. But not only that, just the whole season. Yeah.
They made it all the way through 4 qualifiers to get to the group stages last year. I mean, that was a sort of, it's only been done once or twice before in the history of the Europa League, and to do it 2 years running, what sort of feat do you think that would be if you could win and manage that?
I think it'd be special. For everyone involved in a football club. It's a massive football club with amazing fans, and we've got a strong squad now. There's a lot of quality in the squad, so I think if we can progress, then it'd be great for everyone.
That's sort of there in terms of the new boys that have come in the door. Have you noticed that step up in quality, whether it's in training or on the pitch so far this season?
Yeah, I think you always get that pre-season. I think when new players come in, I think for the players that are here, you always want to try and find a little bit more. You want to show the manager that you want to be playing regardless of who've come in, especially when someone else is coming in your position. I can imagine the lads are probably thinking, right, I need to sort of like step up a little bit more to like I said, show the manager I should be playing. Of course, it adds more quality.
There's a lot in the forward areas as well. Is that quite encouraging for you, especially when you're looking for service up there?
Of course, because obviously the players that we signed to play for this football club, you have to have something about you. So the players that we've signed are top footballers. So I'm looking forward to it. All the new signings I've done great. Everyone looks really sharp. Everyone's hungry, which is probably the most important thing. And I think they understand what it takes to play for a football club of this size. So we're all looking forward to the season, and hopefully it's a good one.
We saw last week you were able to come off the bench and score twice after Alfredo had scored a hat-trick. How beneficial do you think it can be if the pair of you can share the burden across the season in terms of contributing goals?
Yeah, it's gonna be needed. At the end of the day, the goals win the game. So not only me and Alfredo, but the other signings, the other forwards. I think everyone needs to contribute. But obviously it was nice to come on and get the 2 goals. And I think it's important as well, even if you're not playing, it's still important, when you're sitting on a bench to be switched on, and probably sit there and try and look at the areas where you can come on and make an impact. I probably didn't do that when I was younger, but I think as you got older, you sort of like you're on the bench, but at the same time you're still involved because you still have to watch the game and try and see, right, if I come on, these are the areas where I can try and I don't know, maybe get a goal or try and do something to help the team. Even if you're winning 4-5-0, it doesn't matter. You still got to come on and make an impact. And it was nice that I did that.
You found the net throughout pre-season. Have you set yourself any targets for the campaign?
Not really, to be honest. Take each game as it comes. Keep working hard in training. Keep doing a lot of my finishing in training, so you're getting into good habits. But like I mentioned before, it's always nice, in pre-season when you've scored a few goals. Because in my experience, when you've scored a few goals pre-season, you always take that into the season. So just take each game as it comes, and then we'll see.
Stephen, I appreciate you weren't here the last time Rangers progressed, but is this a chance to show how far Rangers have moved on and improved since then?
Yes, it is. And now that I am part of it, you obviously do your background and you look back on previous successes and previous failures, and it's always nice to be in a position to try and put a wrong right. So that's the opportunity we've got. A lot of people were hurt last time we played this opposition. Maybe not so much in the first leg because they had a narrow advantage. But I think I look back at the pictures and read the headlines and the articles that were written about our club and our individual players that represented the club at that time. It's myself, my staff and my players' opportunity to put a better feeling around the club.
I know the guys have to be professional, it's all about this game, but do you get a vibe from those that were there for that game that there is a real determination to maybe prove a point, if that's the right phrase?
I think it's important that you don't go into this game thinking about yourself and past experiences. But I read an article that James has done in the last couple of days. I'm not sure who he did it with, but I think you can tell in his words and his quotes that there is still a feeling lingering and a memory lingering for him from a personal point of view. So if he uses that to put in a top performance for us, it'll be beneficial to everyone. But for me, it's not really about looking back. It's about this 90 minutes at Ibrox, and we believe we're in a fantastic place at the moment to go and get the right result that'll make everyone happy.
What do you know about Progres, and do you think, apart from what happened last time, there is still a bit of a danger there?
Yeah, well, for us, it's we're in a position where we can't really win, because everyone expects us to go and do that easily and blow this team away. So I think for us, it's about approaching the game with the right mentality, the right attitude, and showing the opposition respect. I've watched them in the last couple of games against Cork, and also done a bit of background on them domestically. So they've got some individuals within them. If you give them time and space in the wrong areas, they can create and score against you. They're a threat at set pieces. But as I said, and I'll echo it again, we're in a really good place, and if we play anywhere near close to our level, we'll get a positive result tomorrow.
How have you found it going through the early rounds, in terms of, you did it last year and you were able to achieve that, get to the group stage, but have you changed your approach in any way in terms of managing the players and games and how things go?
No, we haven't really related back to 12 months ago. I think it was a fantastic achievement by the group of players, but this group's slightly different with new players and new faces, so we have to basically go back to the beginning. We did that and showed a fantastic attitude and quality against St Joseph's, and I expect us to do the same thing over the next two legs. So yeah, I mean, it'll be tougher this year, for the simple reason is we can't sort of grab a scalp where we can take someone's seeding. So without getting ahead of ourselves, we have to try and deal with Progress first and foremost over the two legs, and then there's another tough tie awaiting us, but all our focus is on the game that's in front of us, which is tomorrow night at Ibrox.
Take your own experience from a player. I think I recall the TNS year when Liverpool had to go through the early stages. Is it more and more difficult now in Europe in terms of for a team like Rangers?
I always had the mentality as a player. I didn't really care about who I was playing against from an individual point of view, or the team or the challenge. It was more about who I was representing, and I think when you work for institutions like Liverpool and Rangers, it's about what you're going to give for the shirt and the badge that you're wearing, rather than about what's in front of you. You've got to have standards, and you've got to have a hunger to play for them football clubs to be successful. So I expect the players to go out tomorrow really hungry and really aggressive to try and get this job done as quick as we can.
Is there lessons to be learned from the last tie, in the sense that the team didn't get a big lead in the first leg when they were at home, and that sort of paid the price for that in the second leg when they got pulled away?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't at the two games in terms of the 90 minutes, and I haven't watched the games back. I've seen the highlights and read the headlines around it, but I think that's the case all the time in Europe when you're playing over two legs. If you smell blood and have the opportunity to kill a team off, you have to do that as quick as you can. But that's not just in this case. This goes for any game of football we play, whether it be domestically or in Europe. If you get the chance, you know, we paid the price last week in a friendly against Blackburn for not being ruthless in front of goal and taking our opportunities. And you know, the quality we come up against throughout the season, players will hurt you. So the message is, if we are in a position where we get ourselves in front, I don't want to see any players coming off the gas.
There's been a few departures from the club over the last week. Is the squad getting now a bit more manageable in your sense?
We're doing everything we can to, you know, have it set and ready for the new season coming. You know, there will be other bodies that move on, but that's easier said than done. To find people the right opportunity for themselves. I'm told Kyle Lafferty's close to finding a solution from a mutual point of view. So. I think there's something loading there that might be released today or tomorrow, so we'll wait and see. So yes, we're moving it forward. and we're trying to make the squad as set as possible for the challenges that are coming.
How tricky is that as a manager, is it, to deal with when you've got guys who are maybe not going to be in the plans and they may have feelings in that, and
no, listen, I
disrupting squad and affecting morale and things like that?
No, listen, I totally respect the individuals. You know, I understand the feelings and respect the feelings. As a player, I always wanted respect and honesty from my manager. So, to all the players that are surplus here, I've been as honest and as open as I can, man to man, face to face, and told them where they fit in or where they don't fit in, and that's the best I can do. Then it's other people's responsibility around them to find them different challenges or a team that's going to satisfy them from a game point of view. Unfortunately, the numbers are too big at the moment, so I've got to make tough decisions, but that doesn't mean I haven't got respect or I don't respect their feelings.
I think there was a statement from the club released last night about an ongoing court case with Sports Direct. Have you been briefed in that at all, and given any perhaps assurances on things like your budget or anything like that?
No, I think that's a situation and a topic for the board to deal with, and I think they are doing that. I just focus on the football side of things, and we've got a huge game tomorrow night that I'm fully focused on.
Is there a worry that because there's a compensation fee that looks as if it might need to be paid, that it could affect on the field matters at all?
I haven't had that conversation with the chairman or the board. I'm not sure whether that conversation will come, and as I say, it's not really for me to focus on right now. I've had a really good, strong backing from the board again so far, so I've got no complaints as far as that's concerned.
You talked about James Tavernier saying that maybe the hurt was still lingering there from the Progress game a couple of years ago. Did you ever have that as a player, that you maybe looked back in a game and you used that hurt to drive yourself on?
Yeah, I look back over my career and I have a lot of positive highs, but you also have some cruel lows in there as well, and unfortunately they don't go away and they live with you for a long time, and I'm sure they'll stay with me till the day I go. But fortunately for James, he's got an opportunity to right a wrong in terms of his own memories and his own feelings a couple of years ago. So, you know, I expect James to go and put a strong performance in and drive his team forward and put us in a good position going into the second leg.
Daniel Candeias has obviously completed his move away from the club. How keen are you to find a replacement for him in that position?
Who says we need one?
I don't know, I was just asking you if it's something you're looking to do.
Maybe.
Okay, what's the team news ahead of the game tomorrow?
Team news is good, it's positive. We've got no injuries from the Blackburn game. John Flanagan is about to come into full training with the squad, but it'll be too soon for him. We're fully fit and fully loaded and ready to go.